Florida at 91.7 FM.
A new day begins. It's time to shine. A day is made by his grand design. So fill up your cup as you listen in. Wake up in the morning with Shelly on WAPN. On WAPN. On WAPN.
Good Thursday morning. Thankful Thursday. I am so thankful. How about you? Well, what am I thankful for? I'm thankful for lots of stuff. But this is kind of a funny thankful, but I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. My dentist appointment got canceled yesterday once I got there. So I was kind of thankful. You know, I've been having so much dentist work lately, and I was really kind of not wanting to go yesterday. I did the adult mature thing, got all ready, got my jacket, did all the stuff, got all the way there. And they had put me on the wrong day, so I didn't have to go. So that was kind of nice. I have to say I was good about that. And I had Junior League last night, and we started the stuff for the Sweetheart Dad Ball thing that we do in February. So we got the theme going for that and started working on that. And just all in all, good day. It has been a great week. The favor of God has been all around me and WAPN. And people say, well, how has the favor of God been around you? You've had plumbers out here. You had all this stuff going on. The favor of God. He kept showing up. Every time it seemed like it was not possible, God made it possible. And every time I was overwhelmed, he fixed it. And so it has been a wonderful, great week. Starting off October, amazing, getting her done. I didn't not get everything done yesterday, but I got a good chunk done. And so pretty darn proud of myself for that, because it was, Wednesdays are busy. And so got a lot of it done. I'll finish that off this morning before my 9 o'clock interview. And I love doing interviews when we're going to do something in the community. So tune in at 9 o'clock and see how you can participate with something in the community. I like to partner with different 501c3s. I like to partner with different things in the community every month doing something. And then I was just watching a reel this morning with Pastor Bill Collins, and they are going to be starting this outreach in January. And it just blessed my heart because what they're going to do. And so we're going to get him in here to talk about all things outreach. And, then I saw that the pumpkins are in town. Yes, the pumpkins are here. They're at Tomoka. Now you're saying, but at Tomoka, it costs more money. Yes, it does. Let's just put it out there right now. When you go to Tomoka Church, your pumpkin is more than your normal store down the road. But you're helping a ministry. You're helping a mission. And so I usually buy my pumpkins at Tomoka, and I like funky pumpkins. I don't like normal pumpkins. Now, I have bought normal pumpkins, but I like funky pumpkins. I like the weird shaped ones, the misfits. I just like them. And so I got to go get pumpkins. I don't carve pumpkins. Well, actually, I've never carved pumpkins, if the truth must be told. Usually my daughter does that for me. But last couple of years, I have just had pumpkins. No carving, just funky cute pumpkins. So I'm going to go by Tomoka, probably and get those. And I love this fall weather. I haven't transitioned all the way over to pants yet. I'm dress girl, but I'm getting closer. And I just love the fallish weather. It's sweater weather. I love it how they say that really fast. I do. And so, and when I got up this morning, it was rainy and icky, and I was like, ugh. And I had to change my own stinking thinking. I started to put myself in a mood because it was raining. And I was like, hello. What are you doing, Shell? You got a great day ahead. We got Thankful Thursday. You got a cool interview going on, and you're getting that little stinking thinking. And I was like, nope, getting out of it. I am not a rain girl. I'm sure you know that about me because I get migraines, but I know that the rain is important, and I know that the lawn looks so good, and my mums are happy. I've got yellow mums and purple mums for the holiday season, so I know they're happy. So I just need to accept it, and also it cleaned my car. My car was kind of dirty, and so yeah, that got taken care of, and I didn't even have to do anything. So I started changing my stinking thinking about praising the Lord that my mums were happy, praising the Lord that my car was washed, and just I cruised on in here with a different attitude. So if you got up today with that attitude, change it because God is good. I live in Florida. You might be listening in Egypt. I don't know. But Florida is amazing. We just are a great state. We have beautiful weather. We're centrally located to everything. There's always something going on, which I love. I love being part of all these nonprofits. I love the women's groups. I just very, very blessed. And so I just want to be thankful today. I'm thankful for a bed that I could sleep in. I'm thankful to have to make my bed in the morning. Now you say you have to make your bed? Yeah, it's kind of a requirement in my house. It is a chore that we decided that as soon as you get out of bed, it gets made. And I love that. If you start your day with setting it up for success, it is going to be successful all day. I start my day with success. I already have my clothes laid out. I get up and make my bed. I straighten up everything on my way to the door that was out of whack. Just like at night, we take care of all those things before we go to bed so that any time in day it is done, and it used to drive me crazy that Tim liked to have the dishes done as soon as we got done eating. And I was like, can we just not have a break? But he's right. Yep. I just said that and it's even on YouTube and everything. Tim is right. Because if you get up from the table and you go sit over there and you turn on your favorite show or whatever, or you're doing whatever, the dishes don't get done. And so I am that person that gets right up and gets the dishes done. And I am getting better about the whole laundry thing. I did not like laundry for majority of my life. But then now I love laundry because I think of my mom. And, my mom and I folding laundry together and getting a dessert. And so, you can change your stinking thinking. Whatever is going on in your life, whatever seems like I don't have the paperwork yet, or I can't find that document, or my finances have gone whack, or, my health hasn't been that great, you can change all that. Start saying, I am feeling better, and I need to do that about the dentist. That's why when I went yesterday, I did have a good attitude once I got there. It didn't happen, but I still had a good attitude, and I booked it for next week. I could have just said, well, this messed up my afternoon. I'm just not going to do it. Nope. I said, okay, I can do it next Wednesday at 1:30. I do try to change my look on everything. I'm not perfect at all, one way, shape, or form, but reevaluate how you look at the problem. Are you making it a mountain? Are you chipping away at it? I'm trying to chip away at some stuff. So like yesterday, I was working on all things invoicing for all the businesses, and I wasn't getting far enough. And I had some problems. I'm not going to lie to you. There was like 4 different ones that I had problems. And I heard the voice of the Lord say, print it all so you have it in front of you so you can decipher it. And I was like, all righty. So I printed it all. And I could decipher exactly what was wrong. One little dot made a difference. And so I was like, oh, I saw it. I was able to fix it, and I was able to move on. And so I'm going to conquer today that way. I'm going to, whatever it takes, I'm going to say, okay, this is what I have to fix something in some software. Now, it has been messed up for like 2 months in this software, and I have avoided it. I have. Because when you're not feeling that great, you're just like, and I was not from all the dental work. So I just kept avoiding it. And this morning I got up and I said, I am going to conquer that today. I am going to sit there. I'm going to print. I'm going to pray. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get past that today. And so I'm kind of darn excited to see how God does it. Like yesterday, as soon as I printed it all and I had eyes on all of it, I saw the problem. I believe the same thing is going to happen today. When I have my eyes open, my ears listening, and I have a willingness. See, those are all the things that you need to set up with. And it will be there. Before I have to make that phone call that you don't want to make, that phone call that you're going to be on hold forever or whatever, always pray. Say, God, have the person on the other end of the phone be willing and able to help me fix my problem, get it straightened out, have me move on from this situation. And so that's kind of like what I'm going to do over the software issue today. I've already, pulled it up, and I've already said, okay, this is going to happen today. in Jesus' name. And so I'm setting myself up for success. Are you setting yourself up today for failure or for success? I want a successful day. I want to look back at this Thursday, the beginning of October, and say, wow, October is going to be amazing. I think about Saturday and the desires of my heart. Saturday, I wanted just to hang out. I wanted to just people to stop by. I wanted people just to have lunch. I didn't want an agenda. I didn't want a program. I just wanted the real me. The real me is, I know, and during radio, I have to, 14 minutes, 45 seconds, 59, 30. I have to do all those things. But on Saturday, I didn't want to have an agenda. I didn't want to have a program where we had to do it this way and do it that way, and we had to look and see. No. I just wanted, if people needed prayer, they got prayer. If they want to take a picture, they got to take a picture. If they wanted some old pork, they got pulled pork. If they wanted to spin the wheel, they got a prize. And, I'm thankful. I'm so thankful that it was exactly how I wanted it. I am so thankful that Yvonne lets me have these ideas that are crazy. And then she calms me down and says, okay, Mom, this is how we're going to do it. And, the weather held back. We had enough chairs. The food multiplied. I mean, literally multiplied. I did not taste it. I did not eat it. And not because there wasn't enough. I just was busy. And so, but it multiplied because when it got here and we started putting it out, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, do we need, and even Tim said, do we need to order more pizzas at least so we have plenty of food? And we go, no. We want it to run out. It literally had enough for somebody to take a little bit home. We had 2 rounds of police officers here and we had enough. We had enough drinks. We didn't know what we were going to do about drinks. And so, I just brought out some drinks and they multiplied. God is so good. He multiplies the situation for the good. And I really believe it was because we were prayed up. We were ready to serve. We were ready to be thankful for 40 years what God has done, from a little yellow shack out back to worldwide with technology. And very, very thankful for all things, very thankful for all the ministries of WAPN. I've been in meetings every day this week about some new stuff coming up on WAPN. And so pray that those new things become reality. I want to do some stuff with recovery. I want to do some stuff with young adults. And so just pray that God opens the doors for the right people that have the same, vision, same idea, same desire as me to put it out on the airwaves. I can't do that. I am not trained in that. I haven't walked through that. But I know that that's something that we need. And so, Lord, bring the right people for the recovery program, the right people for the young adult program. There is a revival right now. There's a movement right now with the high school and college, young adults, and we need to jump into that movement and have some, things. And I want to have real talk. I don't want to just have only music. I want to have real talk. Give them the hope. I want WAPN to be the hope over the airwaves. And so excited to do exactly the next thing that God wants us to do. So be on the lookout. I don't know what his plan is, but I know that I'm willing and able to do whatever happens in the next couple of months to take us to another level. You're listening to WAPN, and the favor for today, because I got to get going. No matter what you're up against today, don't ever rule out the favor of God. And you're going to be backed up against some stuff today. Some stuff is just not working out the way you wanted it to work out. But God. When you surrender it to God, he's going to work it out. I am stubborn, if y'all don't know that about me. And I have held on to some stuff that really needed to be released, and it did not get taken care of. It just stayed ucky. I was in the muck. And once I finally said, okay, God, I've tried all I can do, and I'm giving it to you, I got right out of that muck and it got done. So if you've got some stuff that you need to surrender to God today, go ahead and just give it on up today on this Thankful Thursday and see what he's going to do with it. Well, y'all are listening to WAPN 91.5 FM right here in Holly Hill, 91.7 FM in Madison County, and around the world. Apple app. We've got streaming on our website, WAPN.net. We have a YouTube. We have Facebook. We have Instagram. We have Twitter. We're getting it out there. Any way and every way that I can think of getting it out there, we're getting it out there. It is Tuesday, October 2nd, 2025. The weather, 82 with the low of 73. It was raining a couple minutes ago. Madison, 85 with the low of 68. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday to my brother's wife, Denise. Happy birthday. I hope you're having a wonderful, great day. I bet you're going to do something fun with those grandkids. And Gina and Sunny and Mary and Melody and everybody else that's celebrating a birthday, anniversary, whatever you're celebrating this week. Today is, and I do love these, it's a little Smarty Candy Day. I do love those. So it's Smarty Candy Day. Well, y'all have